At what age do infants sleep through the night? Probably one of the most sought after answers in all of pediatric sleep medicine. The authors of this paper try to answer that question. By the way, if you like science-based sleep content for children, for adults, for animals, for aliens, follow me. You won't regret it. As we've discussed in the past, nobody really sleeps through the night. We all go through sleep cycles and we have multiple awakenings throughout the night. Totally normal. The other thing to keep in mind is that there's no standard definition of sleeping through the night regarding length or timing, etc. Now, for the science nerds, I put some details regarding the study design in the caption. Let's look at criteria 1 in this graph, which is the top line here. Criteria number 1 is defined as being able to sleep uninterrupted between midnight and 5 a.m. for those 5 hours. Now, that's not a super high bar to hit. 5 hours isn't much, but look what happens. At 1 month of age, roughly about 10% of children are able to sleep those 5 continuous hours at night. By 3 months of age, that number spikes all the way between 50 and 60%. And by 12 months of age, roughly 80 to 90% of infants are able to sleep those 5 hours. Now, criteria 2 in this graph is the middle line here in the gray. This is defined by uninterrupted sleep for 8 continuous hours between bedtime and wake-up time. It's a harder criteria to hit, of course, but look, by 3 months of age, roughly 50% of infants are able to meet that criteria of 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. And by 12 months of age, you're pretty much at around 80 to 90%. And criteria 3, which is this bottom line, it's the hardest criteria to hit. It's 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. Yes, some children are able to do it as early as 2 months, roughly about 10% of individuals. By 3 months, that number is close to 40%. And by 12 months, roughly 60% of infants have reached that criteria of sleeping through the night. Now, it's important to note these are cumulative percentages. So once you've hit that criteria, you can't unhit it. So this doesn't take into account sleep regressions. Important to note there's such a wide range when it comes to infant sleep. And that's why some parents will say, oh, my child slept through the night at 2 months, no problem. And the rest of us are wondering, what exactly did you do right? And it's likely not so much something they did right or something you're doing wrong. It's just that all children are different and have different sleep needs. Lots of factors weigh into sleep.